And welcome back to the Luke Martin Show. And now to close out today's show, this time of year, around Christmas time, we always spend time with family and remember what happened in this year of 2009 or whatever year it was. And that's what I'm going to do here now. And no doubt I am very thankful for the life I have been given and the family I've been given by the Lord above and God. And that's what I'm sort of going to talk about today. A group of people that mean a lot to me and have really changed me, not only as a broadcaster, but more importantly, as a person as well. A couple years ago, my grandfather, you've heard the story of my grandfather a lot. My grandfather was going to get me hooked up with the guy, one of my role models, and one of the guys that look up into the broadcasting world, Larry Clizby. But my grandfather tragically passed away before he could even meet Clisby and let Clisby know that I would like to meet him and talk to him. Well, my grandmother set up a surprise visit from Larry Clizby at their home in Lafayette, Indiana. And as I spent my regular week in Lafayette, Clisby made a surprise visit to the house, and my face was lit up. I was sort of nervous to talk to him. It only took 5 minutes to break the ice between me and Clisby, and we've been great friends ever since. In that conversation that we had that lasts probably close to 2 hours, Clisby, towards the end, invited me to do a game with him against Florida International later on that year, and obviously I took that offer as soon as he said it. And on December 29th, 2007, my freshman year at East High School, I job shadowed Larry Clizby for that game, and that day was just tremendous. I learned a lot in the broadcasting world. Clisby taught me a lot about broadcast. I found out some hints and some tricks that he did in their broadcast, and just how really, I shouldn't say easy it is, but how fun it is to do his job, and something I hope I have the pleasure of doing later on in my life. But that day, Clisby introduced me to some of his friends who are now my friends, such as Rob Blackman. I've gotten to know Rob very well over the past couple of years. Rob and I have talked through email multiple times throughout the year. Rob is a sideline reporter during football games, and he does obviously the basketball games with Clisby. He's taught me so much in the broadcasting world, but also just how to treat yourself when you're at that stage in your life. And also Ralph Taylor, a great Boilermaker great in basketball, was on some really good teams. Ralph also taught me a lot about handling your personality and also being a broadcaster as well. It gave me some broadcasting tips. And Wes Scott, the engineer, I enjoy talking to Wes. A great guy, easy to get along with. He also taught me a lot that day as I was up there. But what all of them taught me was just I just saw how they interacted with each other and how they treated me. Before that day, they never even shook my hand. They never even knew me, yet they treated me as part of the broadcast team for that day. It was a great time, spending that day up with Clisby, Blackman, and Taylor, and Wes Scott. Just tremendous, tremendous people. That also get me to know Elliot Bloom, who's also a great friend of mine, who is the director of basketball operations at Purdue, who I talk with try to talk through email regularly, but he's obviously busy as well. But those guys taught me so much in the broadcasting world, but also to how to treat yourself as a person as well. So I am very thankful for them this Christmas, because if I did not spend that day up at Purdue and learn from Clisby, learn from Rob Blackman, learn from Wes Scott, learn from Ralph Taylor, and learn from Elliot Bloom, I would not be sitting at this desk here today on television having my own TV show. Thank you, Clisby. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Wes. And thank you, E. Have a Merry Christmas, guys, and have Happy Holidays. Well, that does it for this week's edition of the Luke Martin Show, and really this year's edition as well. As we turn the calendars, next time will be 2010 when I talk to you all. It's been a great time. I really enjoyed doing the show and putting the show together for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as well as much as I enjoy putting it together. So for the last time in 2009, I'm Luke Martin for the Luke Martin Show. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody.
East Athletic Department wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And as a special token of our appreciation to the whole school, Mr. Davis, our Assistant Athletic Director, is going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but Mrs. Foreman says she won't sing. And Mr. Davis?
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right.